Yes, guys, you're now locked in with me, the man, the myth, the legend, the one and only Eldris Tiller, and my co-host,
your boy, Mason Fox.
Yes, man, you're now locked into the Not Fit for Sports podcast, where, two intellectual guys get together and, talk about everything about sports. We're not really fit enough to play the sport, but fit enough to talk about, aren't we?
Just about.
We're
getting there.
We're getting there.
We are getting there.
Today's a football episode, so we're going to jump straight into it. And I want to start with Spain versus France.
Nations League, yes.
League. You watch that?
I've watched a bit of it, yeah. We've had nothing else to watch. There's been no other sports on at the moment. Well, football-wise, there's been no good football since the season's finished. So I think everyone's kind of just jumping on and watching what they can. And why not with these big games that we had in the Nations League?
What do you think of that game?
It was a good one. Yeah, it was a high-scoring game, like we like to see.
Yo, it was outrageous. Literally, I think in terms of announcing yourself to the big stage, Lamine Yamal, he's already announced himself, but that was like a bigger statement.
Yeah. To
do it against arguably one of the best nations in terms of football.
I think any of them last four the teams in that were any of them deserving of winning it, I think. So, but I think everyone kind of expected it to be France being there.
Yeah.
But wasn't the case.
I don't know, I wasn't big on France winning the game.
No.
I thought it would be a tight game. Well, I don't know how to even describe the game. Was it a tight game? Was it not a tight game? Because obviously the scoreboard, obviously 5-4, would suggest that it was a tight game. But it went 2-0 up early. Do you know what I mean?
Definitely, obviously a free-flowing scoring game, which, like you say, it's good. Then you start questioning where was the defence, what was going on? Was no one defending? Was everyone just attacking, trying to score the most goals? It's kind of like... But yeah, definitely a good game.
I think it's Longley. I've never been a fan of him since he was and once he made that move to Barcelona, I've never been a fan of him. Because I had to play with him on FIFA. He's not the best defender, is he?
No, he's definitely not.
And even when Messi was there, obviously he's let the team down a couple of times from what I've seen. But even now, he's literally got his permanent move now to Atletico Madrid.
Yep, seen that.
But I think France are going to do better. Did you see Turkey's goal?
I did.
City's got one there, innit?
Yeah, they've got one there, 100%.
35 million.
It's nothing in today's market, that.
35 million for... And we like a United fan, we spent 62 million on Cunha.
Which he did set up a goal the other day for Vinny Jr. I don't know if you've seen that.
Did you stay up to watch?
I didn't know. I've seen the highlights.
I'll
be honest, I've seen the highlights. Yeah. My bedtime is well earlier than that, so...
So obviously the game finished there 5-4. Obviously goals from Nico Williams, Mikel Merino. Is he a striker or what? What does he do?
He's definitely not a striker. It's not why his position's not a striker, but he just seems to be popping up scoring goals all the time now. So it's kind of a thing going, where do you want to play him? I think he's more of a number 10, I'd say, than a striker. But if you're scoring goals, you're scoring goals, I guess.
Lamine Yamal with 2 goals. Obviously got that man the match as well.
Yeah.
He's cheeky,
He's good,
He's good, but do you see what he does before games now? He puts his whole aura at risk. He'll post something or say something. I think before that game, he was literally saying if the Ballon d'Or has to be decided on Thursday, so let it be. Between him and Dembele, I was like, nah, this guy's a joker,
Yeah.
But bro, that one game, bro, you would have thought, he's won it now. He's won the Ballon d'Or
because of them goals.
Yeah. And then Pedri scored the last goal for Spain. On France, Mbappe scored. Turkey, Vivian and Randall Muani.
Vivian was an own goal, wasn't it? So there was an own goal there, so...
But even with Kylian Mbappe, what's I don't know what's happening with him. Is he one to watch this season or?
I think he needed a season to kind of settle into that Spanish league lifestyle. I think. I think we say that like he's not scored loads of goals this year. He scored like 30 goals, for Madrid. I feel like they'll be a lot better this year. I feel like they have to be. New manager, new
right back as well. But how Trent walked into the presentation speaking fluent Spanish.
I did not see that coming.
He definitely got an A-star in his GCSEs, 100%.
No, he's been practicing. He's known that move's been coming for ages. Yeah. He's been having Spanish lessons, definitely.
Do you know what it is? I think, obviously, with Real Madrid, do you know when they chat with you, innit? And I feel like they spoke with him and they must have said to him, look, run down your contract.
Yeah.
And then when it comes to, your wages, we've got you. Because that's where all these players that go on a free, that's where a lot of their money comes from. Because then you can negotiate your signing on fee and your wage, and it's going to be a lot higher. It'd be like what's his name? Aaron Ramsey. When he went Juve.
Yeah.
He went there on a free transfer, got 400k a week.
It's mad.
Like,
you can do it, like I say, I think it's when you're like within that 6 month window, I think your contract's being run down, that's when you can start doing preliminary talks with other clubs and kind of like say...
But you can sign as well, actually. You can sign there as well. But, like, all the best to Trent. And the finals, Portugal. Portugal versus Spain. What a finals.
Mad. I mean, not mad. I mean, both teams definitely got some of the best players, obviously, in the world currently playing for them, and it's just kind of like... I don't know what it is about Roberto Martinez as the manager of Portugal. I just don't like that guy, I don't know what it is.
I think that's like a general consensus.
I don't trust him.
I don't know what he does.
Guy's got the midfield winning pair from PSG there, and he's playing João Neves at right back.
That was unheard of. Why did he do that?
I don't know. But he plays midfield with Vitinha, and then you're playing him like one right back, and I'm just like, I don't understand it. I don't get it.
But I seen João Neves right back, and I was trying to understand it because obviously the talks obviously, he plays inverted. This is how he plays X, Y, and Z. But I'm trying to make it make sense, and I'm just like, like this guy was at the stadium literally a couple of days prior, like running it up.
Yeah.
Like, why would you not just actually use him where he needs to be used? I didn't agree with Rafael Leao being on the bench, but again, I guess it worked in their favour when he came on.
Where credit's due, they won it all, so we can sit here and say all this about we hate him and he's not a good manager on this, but he's just won the Nations League. I mean, he had missed the window, I thought, when he was manager of Belgium. I think he kind of...
he fumbled it. He fumbled
that there.
He fumbled it for them. I don't know how, as a Belgian fan, you can even forgive him. He fumbled such a golden nation.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, that was their golden age.
Because now if you look at their team now, the players I'm looking at going like...
Almost lost to Wales.
Yeah, this teammate.
Oh my!
This team ain't the one. Yeah, this team ain't the one for me.
Literally, almost lost to Wales. That was like 100%. And at home as well.
Yeah,
almost lost. But obviously, back to the finals. Obviously, Spain versus Portugal. Got to penalties. I knew that was. I think that was a fair result. I feel like there was a few sluggish plays during the lead up. I think Portugal should have won it. Once Leao came on, Portugal should have won that game.
Yeah.
There's something wrong with Mendes. I think he's on something.
That guy is good,
He's good.
Yeah.
He stopped Lamine the whole time. The whole day. Lamine couldn't get anywhere, can he? Like, he's just...
Best left back in the world for me at the minute.
Yeah.
Nuno Mendes, 100% at the minute. How can you deny it? It's just won the Champions League.
You can't deny that. You can't deny it. He's literally one of the better left backs. Again, he had an absolutely great game, and he had a great penalty as well.
Speaking of great games, Ronaldo seems to be always rolling back the years, like he's never slowing down. Scored a goal in both games. What's wrong with this guy?
I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I thought, me personally, I was like, he's probably letting the team down. He's a bit slow. Like he's not. And boom, scores.
Yeah, I keep like, are they playing him just because of his name? Not really playing in competitive enough leagues. I might be scoring goals over there, but not playing in a competitive leagues. But like, can you still perform at this level?
I understand that. I mean, but he shows that he can.
He's going to the Euros, the World Cup next year. Sorry, definitely.
Oh yeah, he'll be there.
Will that be his last one? I don't even know. I can't even say.
That has to be his last one.
He's come out and said he's happy to play until his body starts slowing down. He said, "But
what do you mean to his body? His body not already slowing down."
Not according to him. No,
I seen him sit down in literally in the centre circle because his thighs were gone. This is the 80th minute. Can he play a full 90? Do you think? Do you think he still has it?
Well, it's tough to say. When you look at Portugal's team now, they haven't got like an out striker, so it's kind of like they're just playing him because it's him. I mean, I know they've got is it Ramos as well, but not really that good.
He's a fake striker. He's a fake striker. he's you know what he is to me. Yeah, he's just Morata. Him and Morata are the same player. They're just fake strikers, bro. Morata is an absolute fake striker. He's always been a fake striker. To me, he's been a money laundering striker, yeah.
Money laundering, wow.
Have you not seen the little conspiracy? Have you not seen the conspiracy that like he's used as like a mule, like a money laundering mule between clubs, big clubs?
I was thinking just buy him and kind of send
okay. Yo, every time he gets a move, bro, he's going for like 50, 70 million.
Yeah.
Bro, Darwin Núñez is better than Morata.
Yeah, I'd say so. I think you're right with that.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's no way. I don't think he's worth that much. When he's getting paid, when he went to like Chelsea, like 70 million.
Yeah.
And then they were able. He had an absolute tragic show at Chelsea. So for him to go Juve, that's not like 50 million.
Yeah.
They're paying big money for Morata, and he's come on. He did nothing. Came to take a penalty, and did you watch the penalties?
I did.
His run up was poor.
I think you can kind of tell. You can kind of tell when you're watching penalties, like kind of who's gonna miss, who's gonna score. I think you can tell, like you say, by the run up or walk up of some people. I think they got the confidence.
His walk up was not there. I think his walk up was like, you ever seen the moves? Was like, hey, you wondering how I got here? That was literally his walk up, and he got the ball, and he never. It just didn't look like he looked up, and then as a striker, you trying to put your foot through the ball, and he just did not do that. He looked like he just lightly hit it, like there's no passion in it. It's just like he knows what he done was wrong.
Yeah,
it was a very poor penalty.
But it's too little, too late by that point. You've got to cost them the full.
Literally, the next shot was a win. The next shot was a win, and yeah, Portugal went on to win. First to them.
Yeah,
and that's them. That's like the second Nation Leagues, and they've won both of them.
Where do you think that puts them going into like the World Cup and stuff? Favourites or?
I mean, I wouldn't say favourites. Obviously, you still got to include these South American teams.
Yeah,
I think it changes now because obviously, Carlo is at Brazil.
Yep. I
think that changes a lot of things. Now that Brazil's got like a big name manager, I think that changes a lot of things.
You'd like to think so, wouldn't you? Yeah, I'd like to think so.
I think they take it to the next level, if I'm honest.
Because they've 100% got the players, and like you say, have they been lacking that manager for so long? Who knows? They've been winning games back in their World Cup qualifiers over there. So,
and then Chile. I read somewhere Chile's missed out as well. Chile's missed out on the World Cup.
I think they're still doing the qualifiers now.
No, they missed out. They lost. I think they couldn't get points from Bolivia that would try to get them in.
Oh,
yeah,
so you mean that they've
fully
lost too many games to salvage anything? Yeah, okay.
And I didn't know this year, but this is their third World Cup not being in.
They're not the same. Like I say, they don't think the same team as what they used to be. I mean, they used to always be there.
They used to always. I feel like I've always seen them there, and obviously they be winning. They won the Copa America against Argentina twice in a row. Do you get me? So they are there in and out, but.
Yeah, so in the standings for the World Cup qualifiers in South America, Chile are at the bottom of the standings. There's been 16 matches.
Yeah.
Chile's only won 2.
Of course they're out.
So yeah. That'll get you.
Yeah, that wouldn't get you anywhere.
No, definitely not.
What about Ecuador?
Ecuador is second.
I like that. I like Ecuador. Yeah. I was wondering how they'll do without Valencia.
Struggling ones, Colombia in 6. I'm quite surprised at that.
Do you see him and them? Not him and Messi, but James Rodriguez and Messi having a bit of words.
Yeah.
What did James say to make my?
I feel like it's crazy. Like I feel like when they all go back home to South America, I feel like something happens where they all get fired up for whatever reason. They're all like go a bit crazy over there in the game.
Yo,
and stuff.
they go crazy, bro. They go crazy, bro. Because they're ready to, bro.
The air hits different over there. It's got him.
When Messi's in Europe, and he's at Barcelona, bro, this guy he is not on nothing. But once he puts that Argentina top on, bro, you think, bro, this guy's a boxer, but he's ready to fight,
Yeah.
He's ready to just go and like dash someone, bro, like literally in the World Cup that's gone past now, bro, he's ready to fight everyone.
Giving everyone talking shit and stuff on the pitch.
Talking shit to everyone, bro.
Yeah.
He's doing chatting shit to what's his name, Weghorst.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
I was calling him Bobo.
And he had to go to the manager as well, didn't he?
Bro, I don't think he likes Van Gaal, does he?
No.
I wonder why.
But it's crazy over there. I don't know what the well, I could probably say what I think they're on, but probably no.
Yeah, but it was cancelled before we even started.
It just something is different over there. I don't know.
Nah, but they know though. But literally like Argentina, I think the next World Cup, which is next year, which is gonna come really fast.
Yes, this time next year.
I think they're still favourites.
They are.
I think they're still favourites, and Messi will be there. Messi's not slowing down.
I think so.
I watched a bit of the MLS here. I watched the Inter Miami game. Yeah, watched some highlights. That league is absolutely shocking, bro.
Yeah, I don't honestly.
I think we're playing Columbus Crew. Yeah, the goalkeeper had no pressure. All he had to do was just boot the ball away. He then decided not to boot the ball away. Sidestepped to trying to get past the player. Got past the player, but then had it on his weak foot. Yeah, and just boot the ball away, panic basically. If in doubt, for
just
the ball out.
Hoof up the pitch. That's all you got to do.
He didn't do that at all. You just kicked the ball and it went to none other than Messi. And Messi didn't even dip him, bro. Like he shot it and the keeper saved it, but he saved it so poorly that it still went in.
Crazy.
Like,
it's a different kind of level over there, and I don't really understand. But
so hopefully, when Messi comes to the World Cup, he knows what he's bringing. He's not gonna. Hopefully, not. He knows he's not playing against no MLS team.
No, well, actually, they're at the top of the standings over there for the qualifiers. They've played 16. They've won 11, drawn 2, lost 3. So they're top by a lot as well. So next team in second is Ecuador. So Argentina on 35 points, Ecuador 25 points. So there's a big gap there.
Big gap. Then they don't really lose like that, do they?
No. And then Brazil third on the same 25 points.
Are they still qualified?
Yeah, I think so. I think like the top. I can't remember how many top the teams qualify, but.
What do you think for Ancelotti?
I think he'll do quite well. He's not really well. He's coming there at the minute and he's not really giving himself too much time to spend with the players so far.
Yeah.
But he will obviously have a full year from now to kind of. But it's always limited training that you get with the national team. You just got to go. Yeah. He's just more scouting and watching.
Who's in
games.
form now?
Yeah, and
did you see him? He's actually such a joker. Yeah, he's not selected Endrick.
Oh, I've seen this. Yeah, it's hilarious.
He's not selected Endrick. About he's not played enough games.
For Real Madrid.
Madrid.
Bro, you're the manager, bro.
Yo, it was you. Like, you literally in charge of him. What are you talking about? You should know him. You should already know what he's like.
It's crazy commentating that. Yeah, I wouldn't be able to help myself. I'd have been laughed when I said that. I'd be like, yeah, you're not playing enough for your club, bro. You're the manager.
Do you know what I've realized as well? Yeah, like Argentina don't do this, but Brazil do this a lot. Where when it comes to like team selections, they've always got that 1 or 2 players from the Brazilian league. They're not just gone full on.
Like all European players and stuff. Yeah.
Why is that? Is that just so they can just keep it a bit fair? Like, what is it that? Why is that? Because I remember, bro, there was one time, bro, they had a striker in 2014 called Fred. Again, fake striker.
Not the Fred we know about.
No. Bro, if Real G's know Fred from 2014 World Cup, bro, he's a fake striker.
Yeah.
He's in the Brazilian league, bro. Just a striker they picked up, bro. Playing alongside Neymar.
I feel like in the Brazilian league there's so many good players that obviously everyone ends up picking up, so they can can we have maybe a secret weapon that no one really knows about. But teams obviously, this not just like club teams, but even like national teams, they're always scouting, looking about, not even just for like their own kind of country's players, but like they'll be scouting about and seeing what other teams are doing. Do you know what I mean? Looking into the players that are being called up, you'd be daft not to, I guess. You know what I mean? So if you're going to be playing against these in the final stage of the tournaments, if you get there, you're going to want to know what players you're coming up against. I don't think you can just leave and just think, just rock up and just win. That's not how it works.
It's different now. It's different because obviously the way football is built now, because it's all programmed now. I feel like any team now, the players that are coming through now, it's making it a bit more fair. Where like you can just rock up to a team and you actually might just lose.
Yeah.
Like you might be the better team on paper, but you'll just rock up and you'll just get smacked up.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But hey ho.
Well, keep it on the line of like international games. Obviously, it is international break and stuff. For like, well, I say break, it's a break in the season altogether. But we did have England play a few games last week or so. Won't go into too much on this because I feel like I've got too much to say at the moment, but like not enough for just like one episode, I don't think. But I don't know what we're playing. I know it's Tuchel's kind of like first few games for England. I know it's different for you because you don't follow, you don't support England. Ireland. You're Ireland.
I'm an Ireland guy, but obviously because I've been here for so long, I appreciate what England's done.
What, losing or?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, fair.
But it's been amazing.
Watching us get our hopes up every single tournament to then never win it and then everyone laughs at us.
Yo, I don't understand why you get your hopes up so much though. That's one thing I don't understand. I mean, maybe because I don't even know this whole coming home thing. Was football even...
It came on once.
Was it originated in England? It doesn't seem that way because I feel like the Brazilians always had it better.
Yeah,
so this whole it's coming home thing, I'm not understanding it. I just don't understand.
I think it's just an excuse for us all to have a reason to go out and watch the games. I think that's what it is.
And drink.
Yeah, that's it, pretty much. Yeah, always.
But again, England struggled to win against Andorra. Let's remember.
Andorra, though.
You see the team at Andorra.
They're all like part-time electricians, I'm pretty sure.
I know, right? Also, these guys have to go clock back in.
Yeah.
The line manager's like, yo, where you going? Oh, I'm just going to go have a little kickabout with Bellingham and that.
We're playing England today, yeah.
Right, yeah, get off.
That's not an excuse to get off work. Yeah, what do you mean?
What do you mean? It's my dream.
Yeah.
And then losing 3-1
to Senegal.
Do you know why they were playing at City Ground?
It was just like a weird friendly one. That wasn't any like World Cup qualifier. That was just like a friendly, that one.
Oh, okay.
The Andorra one was a World Cup qualifier. The one on Tuesday was just like a friendly.
And you lost 3-1.
Yeah, so definitely a wake-up call. I know he doesn't really know his team or his tactic yet, maybe, but I think some of it, it doesn't look like a great start for us. But like I say, he's still brand new in his role. He only started at the start of this year. He didn't really take over till a certain point, and obviously,
Carl Walker's back. It's good to see him back.
I just don't know there's so many good players in England's team. It's kind of like making sure they can all play well together is the key part of it. Don't know how Henderson gets in the team. Not too sure about that one.
Hold on a sec. He's one of them. Phil Jones third keeper guys. He's just good for the bench, innit?
There's so many better centre midfielders. Like in the first game against Andorra, he's like playing Henderson, not playing Declan Rice. I'm just like,
I thought he was like.
It's like
I don't know. Is he at Ajax?
Yeah. And
they like bottled it. Like they're like the biggest bottlers now, innit?
Bottlers, yeah. They're like clear by so many points. Last like 6 games to go or something, and just like fumbled it. Yeah. Not good.
Will he be back in the Premier League or will he be back in English football?
I think if he comes back to the Premier League in any kind of form, I could probably see it. But I think he goes to maybe like a newly promoted club. I'd maybe see him at like a Leeds or something like that. Or maybe he goes back to Sunderland. That's where he came from.
You know what?
They just got rid of Joe Bellingham. Might be a spot for him to go back there. Who knows?
That makes so much sense for him to go back to Sunderland.
Does.
They just got 33 million off a job.
Yeah.
Which is, I'd say, it's good business.
Oh, it's good money. Don't get me wrong. Yeah.
Great business. Absolute amazing business. I was going to talk about obviously the transfer segment a bit later.
Yeah. We'll touch on that a bit more. Yeah. But it's crazy money, but good business for Sunderland.
Great business. And then
they say that, but it depends if he goes on to be like his brother, I guess. Because if he doesn't, they've lost out on some decent money there. Because I thought it best off playing one game in the one season in the Premier League and just kind of seeing what he's got.
What he's got in it, yeah. But I think he's dipped from the Premier League just so he can go there and build his stock.
Yeah.
And then maybe come back.
I bet you're laughing if you're a Dortmund fan and you had a Bellingham shirt because you can just
Oh yeah, never left.
Dust that off. Yeah.
You don't know which Bellingham is, but he doesn't have Bellingham on his back, does he?
Does he not? Is it
Nah,
Job?
he just puts Job. Yeah. Someone had to change it. It's not like Hernandez where they both have their names like that, innit?
Yeah.
But again,
makes sense.
Like I think it's good business for Sunderland. What's happening this weekend, Mason?
This weekend is something we touched on in our last episode, which is the tournament that no one really wanted.
I don't get that though. Does no one want this tournament?
No one really. They don't really. Anyone cares about it. They will now because there's obviously it's something to watch. But
yeah, there's a lot of money.
The Club World Cup used to be a thing where it just used to be like I think every year or something. But you have like 6 teams playing it, and it always used to be like if you won the Champions League, you go into it and all that. And it was never really made of anything until now.
And it's always the Champions League winners that
feels like it's a money grabbing tournament, like you say. I'm all here for it though, 100%, because it gives us something to kind of watch and keep us entertained till Premier League starts again.
Yeah. We've got PSG versus Atletico Madrid.
That's one of the first fixtures this weekend on Sunday. It all kicks off on Sunday.
Messi's on there the same day as well. Have you seen they've slashed ticket prices because they're not sold enough tickets in a 25,000 seater?
That's mad.
25,000.
You thought like because obviously it's been held in America and it's been held, so I'm pretty sure it's like you default they'd all lap it all up, wouldn't you? Because if they're watching that quality football they call the US of A of soccer, then it's kind of like
soccer.
Then it's one of them where show that standard to what you can watch now in this tournament.
Yeah,
they'll be buying the tickets to watch it.
But no, I don't. I don't know what it is yet, but I feel like USA fans are like in terms of soccer. Yeah. I feel like they're just fake fans.
Yeah.
I feel like you ever see the FIFA fans. That one guy that has every single jersey on. I think that's them.
Yeah, is that him?
Because like literally, like there's no way there's that many fans. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just don't think they like football like that. Obviously, USA played the weekend as well against Switzerland and got dusted.
Yeah.
like straight away.
And they got Pochettino as manager in the USA.
Have they?
That's their manager, Pochettino.
Ooh,
crazy.
Horrible that.
Yeah.
That's a horrible move for him. Does no one else want him?
Not at the time, I don't think so. And then after he signed for them and a lot of jobs came available, it's kind of like quite funny. Really.
It's one of them ones. Yeah. He didn't hold out long enough.
Nah, he didn't.
Would you see him back at Spurs?
No, it looks like it's going to be Thomas Frank.
Thomas Frank.
It is, yeah. Looks that way.
I seen someone, he's trying to get him Bremo as well.
Can't see that.
Can't see Bremo's trying to go United, innit?
Yeah, he's going there. I think regardless.
Crazy.
So some of the games they've got on that Sunday, 5 o'clock, we've got Bayern Munich against Auckland City.
Auckland's Australian, New Zealand team.
Yeah.
Australian.
New Zealand.
Okay,
Oceanic team, let's call them.
Nice. Are they the best Oceanic team?
Must be.
We need to look into that.
Must be, I
think
think
so. We need to go to New Zealand and watch a game.
I know, imagine.
Go there with Chris Wood.
Yeah. But yeah, Bayern Auckland, I think that's a walkover, I think, as a preview for that. 5-6-0, potentially, for Bayern Munich.
Yeah, easy. Yeah. I don't think they will have the first team out.
PSG versus Athletic, like we talked about, it's going to be a big game, like I say.
I feel that will set, depending on how that game goes, it will set the tone for the tournament, I think.
100%. Let's see what the quality is going to be like, how everyone's playing, but 100% I think that sets the...
Because if they come in and they think, oh yeah, it's just another like pre-season friendly kind of thing, then everyone else is going to take it.
I think everyone's taking big team players. I think everyone's taking big squads, strong squads. And it's kind of good to watch like which teams are taking what squads, because you can look at who's being left out. Does that mean transfer like business for them players are being left out?
I think Real Madrid, out of everyone, I think Real Madrid are taking this most seriously. Because we haven't paid an extra 10 million to get Trent now, so they can have him in. So I think,
there's going to be a feeling that's on like every 2 or 4 years, whatever it's going to be, 4 by the sounds. But then I think everyone's going to be trying to put this at like the top of the things to win.
Yeah, of course. I think once it builds its credibility, then it will form what it wants to be formed into.
And like you say, a lot of the teams are going to want to play in it, because if there's like big money on the line for winning the tournaments, that gets all put into your revenue fee to be able to spend, I'd assume.
There you go. And obviously, the transfer window is now shut for them?
It's shut for everyone, I think.
Oh, is it?
For the next 2 days, so you can't register any players till the tournament starts. The window's closed, I think it was the other day, and it reopens again on Monday or Sunday or something like that. Yeah, so it's so people can't be negotiating transfers well before that tournament starts.
Yeah,
it's crazy. I don't know why you close it for 2 days. Makes no sense. 3 days, whatever it is. Baffling. Next game on that is Palmeiras and Porto. Another one.
Okay, it's not a bad one. That looks like one of them. It'll be a tight game because I feel like they're both on the same level.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I think the first game, I missed that one at the top there, was like you said there, Al Ali against Inter Miami is the first game, but it starts, I think it's like Saturday night, Sunday morning tackle. So
that's an easy win for Al.
I will be awake for that. Past my bedtime, that one.
Is it?
Yeah.
How do you go and sleep?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm asleep by like 10, 11 o'clock.
Oh, is it? I just don't be sleeping. I'm an owl. Just a nocturnal. I'm awake at night.
So you'll be up watching that?
I'll be up watching that 100%. 100% I'll be there. We will be there.
We will be there.
We will be there.
That's fair. I'll probably catch the highlights in the morning. And then obviously after that we've got Monday morning. So some of these games are on late, so that's why it's a bit of a tough one for like people to kind of step and watch it. All the games I think are live on TNT, which is good for anyone wanting to watch them. But there's some games like the key ones are like 5 and 8 o'clock, and there's ones that are like 1 a.m. and 3 a.m, which obviously because it's American time.
You mean like 5 p.m?
5 p.m.
Okay,
yeah. No.
I thought you were talking 5 a.m. I was like, not happening.
So you got Botafogo against Seattle Sounders. That's a 3 a.m. game.
So that sounds like a good game. I can't even lie. That sounds like a good game. Do you know what? There's going to be a lot of betting going on. Make sure you bet responsibly.
Yeah, 100%. And then Monday evening you've got Boca Juniors Benfica. I like that game. That could be interesting.
Cavani's at Boca Juniors, isn't it?
Was it? Yeah.
That's their main striker now.
Then the first big games for any other clubs, we've got Wednesday, looks like the ones for, like, you got Inter against Monterrey, 2 a.m. Probably not going to see that one. Well, I won't. You might.
I probably will be seeing that game, yeah.
And then Man City versus Wydad.
That should be an
on
easy
Wednesday,
win.
5 p.m.
Easy win. Don't know why that's at 5 p.m.
But the Wednesday games look good because you've got 5 p.m. it's City versus Wydad, and then after that, 8 o'clock, Real Madrid versus Al Hilal.
Yeah, Ronaldo's not going there though, is he?
Nah, it's not with it. It's been fine. I'm not going to go there now, so.
But Al Hilal got a good squad though in terms of the Saudi league.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. I look forward to seeing them actually. Once getting them two guys in action, obviously we'll see who has the better money or who spent the money better.
It'll definitely be a good game for sure. I feel like Al Hilal have got some underrated players. I feel like some probably might not know some of the players that might already be there.
Who is it? Who's on there?
So you've
was that where Neymar was?
Yeah, it was where Neymar was. Yeah,
absolutely. He walked in there with a ski mask, you know.
So you've got players like Mitrovic is there.
Nice.
João Cancelo's there.
Nice.
Ruben Neves is there.
Okay.
Malcolm.
Oh, okay. Yeah. He annoys me, but okay.
You got Milinkovic Savic.
That guy who's linked with United every summer.
Yeah. Koulibaly as well.
Oh, okay. Nice try. Nice centre back.
There's some of the main players there, but there's some, like I say, decent players to go there and watch, which is not too bad.
I rate it. I think it'll be a good game. I think it should be an easy win for Real Madrid, though. But it would be.
You think so? Game. But I've got a feeling we're going to see some upsets in this tournament.
Yes,
a lot more.
I feel like what would happen will be some teams won't take the tournament serious or the first game so serious, and then just get stunned and be like, "Whoa, we need to like fix our shit now." Do you know what I mean? I think that's what would happen. Well, let's see what happens, anyways.
100%.
I'll be here for it. Now, for this last segment now, guys, we're going to jump straight into the transfers that's happened in the past week. Let's jump straight over to, our noisy neighbours. Manchester City signed 3 players already.
Yeah.
Well, here we go. Done. Picture, jerseys handed.
I feel like a tough one with that. They wanted to get these in so they could play in the Club World Cup. I think that's a lot of people trying to do business early as well, get them in, because it'd be good for them players that if they are signing early enough, they'll get to go straight into the team. Like Norman, isn't it? Never any games, is they? Till like you're talking July time. Yeah. So this gives them straight into the team, get a feel for the squad. Obviously, how Pep wants to run the team and stuff. I think it'll be really good for them kind of players. Unfortunately for us, they're getting like a head start. I'd see it on gelling them players into the team.
Yeah, of course. Who they got? So they got Rangers.
Yeah.
They got Ait Nori.
Yeah, and Cherky. Yeah.
Absolutely. Oh man, they absolutely did like a mad bag in there.
They're 3 really good players that'll slot into that team quite well.
That Cherky proved it as well against Spain last week, so I think that's a great signing for them.
Yeah.
Again, they don't really let that many players go, have they?
No, but it looks like they've left a few players out of their squad announcement. Like I said before, we talked on Jack Grealish.
He's been left out.
So that means more likely 99% certain he'll be leaving the club.
I think he is leaving. I think obviously I've seen it now. There's quite a few teams interested in him. Now it's just where does he go?
Tough one for me. I feel like
I think he should just go back to Aston Villa.
Yeah.
If they want him, I think he should take it. I think it makes sense for him. It's home. It's where he started out. You know what I mean? They're keen to have you back.
Yeah.
They've got European football as well, and I kind of think it suits his level as well of where he wants to go.
And I think they're struggling for money to spend as well, Villa. So if you can get them on a free or whatever it is, or a small fee or whatever it is, loan obligation to buy potentially could work for them. Yeah, they've took some decent players, so they've Ait Nori's in the squad like we thought. Oscar Bobb's back.
Nice.
Oscar Bobb's back.
Funny name.
Yeah.
2 first names.
But yeah, I feel like they've left out Grealish. He's on his way. I think I've seen his favourite to be going. Maybe even Everton's a good shout for him. I don't really know.
I don't want him at Everton. You see, and I know Everton's got the new stadium and it's looking promising for them, and it's opened up this new era for them. But I just don't think Grealish is your man that will take you to that next step. If anything, you need to get a much younger player who's going to bring that kind of spark back to the team.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get that. I feel like he's got to think about also World Cup being next year. He's got to look at a situation that's going to get him starting every game so he can show what he's still got. I think he gets that more at Everton than he does Villa. Villa's got quite a good squad.
Yeah.
Do I ever think he starts every game there? Probably not. If he goes to Everton, does he start every game? I reckon he does. So that's kind of what he's got to be looking at as well.
Do you know, if you pull that out, that does make a bit more sense.
It's the World Cup and everyone has to look at that situation. I think it was just for money. Then he'd probably go to whoever's paying the most. But I feel like he's got aspirations probably back in that England setup. And the way he's going to do that is by playing every week. So,
and then over to Italy, Napoli somehow getting 2 of the best midfielders. Looking like they're getting Modric and Kevin De Bruyne.
Oh, Modric is AC Milan, I believe.
No way.
Yeah, it is.
When did that happen?
It was always, I think it was always AC Milan. It was definitely De Bruyne to Napoli. But I feel like, yeah, it's Modric to AC Milan.
No, I don't believe that. I do not believe that at all. Where did I see Modric to Napoli? Because now we've got to do a whole bloody VAR check.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're right. He's going to AC Milan after the Club World Cup.
Yeah.
I didn't even know he's leaving Real Madrid like that. Or just...
I think it's just his age and stuff.
Yeah, time for him to go in it.
I think so,
time for him to let the younger players take it over. Because you got Camavinga and Tchouaméni who play in that role, and they're absolute beasts.
They're good players.
Camavinga's a beast. Camavinga could play anywhere. Like, if you wake up one day and you're like, yeah, I'm not got a right back, yep, Camavinga will just slot in there and do a job. Do you get me?
Yeah.
But
I thought they've got like too many good midfielders. And like say where Modric is kind of like he's not on his way out. I think he's still a good player, but I feel like age and stuff, they're probably looking to move on and bring him for the future. They've just signed that Mastuano guy as well.
Yeah, I see them.
Madrid, so they're bringing some good youth players into the
setup so
now.
He gets to still play with River Plate at the Club World Cup, innit?
Yeah.
And then he'll come over. But that's a good signing for them. He's one for the future. He turns 18 in August. That's when they get him. Yeah. So it's a good signing for them, I think. Now we can talk about our team. We tried our best not to talk about United all day.
Yeah.
It's looking like we might actually get Gyökeres.
It is looking that way. I've seen loads of stories coming out that the president over at Sporting has come out and said also though that there was no deal in place for us to be letting him go for 65 million.
Yeah,
They're going to be demanding more money for him, but apparently Gyökeres is fuming with that situation, apparently.
Yeah.
Well, you would be if you've been promised something to leave the club for a decent price. That's why you've stayed.
Yeah, and then they're like, nope, we're going to get the maximum.
Yeah.
We have to get the maximum. But I hear it from both sides, and I get that. Again, I feel like I say this every week when it comes to transfers. I say about the Ben Foster podcast where if there is rumours that get leaked, or if there's rumours in the media, that means they've, the players give a green light to move into Manchester. So if the rumours are now out, so he's spoke to Manchester and said, yeah, you know what, that's something we can do, but it's now just about sorting out right fee. I think they're holding out for 80 million for Gyökeres, and judging by United's past, I feel like if we pay that 80 million, bro, he's gonna just come over and just be absolute trash.
The flop.
And it's flop. I don't know why, but that's what's hurting me. That's why I'm trying. That's why I'm like, yo, don't pay as much.
Yeah, it's definitely a tough one, like you say. I mean, we're gonna have to sell before we bring any more players in. I think so. I think
Garnacho's on the trade block now as well.
Yeah, Garnacho's on. It looks like he's on his way out. There was talks about obviously looking at us shipping off Højlund as well.
Oh yeah, I seen that. And he's like, oh, no, I want to stay.
I want to stay. Yeah.
Yeah, but we don't want you to stay.
We'll have money from Rashford as well if we sell him.
I don't think we'll sell him. I don't think he'll get sold. I think he'll go out on another loan with the obligation to buy.
I feel like if we want to bring someone like Gyökeres in, I feel like it's going to have to be through the player sales of like Garnacho and Rashford be the big money for us because
there's straight profit.
Sancho just looking to get off the books. I don't know who takes no because his wages is annoying.
Sancho has got a big problem.
He has.
Because have you seen the girl that he's with?
No.
So he's with this girl called Saweetie, and she is Saweetie. That's how her name is Sweetie, but she's an R&B artist.
Ah, makes sense.
And she is fine. Absolutely, she's fine. So, and she's actually what we call a baddie. So this is the girl that he's with, allegedly.
Okay.
So, and obviously you know how these American girls are. They got.
Oh, just he needs the money to be able to.
The money to be doing all that. Yeah, man.
Okay.
Yo, you can't look her in the face and be like, yo, I've dropped from 300k a week.
Yeah.
To 80k. Nah, she's gonna leave. She's gonna leave, bro.
All about the money.
Not all about them, because she makes her own money as well. But the talk around social media is, yo, he's not trying to lose that wage because look at the girl that's on his.
But no one's gonna pay that, so he just got to rot in the squad in Man United and the reserves and stuff. And
I swear someone else did. I swear one Chelsea player did that back in the day. I forgot his name. It was a Bogard. I think his name was Bogard. I've literally read this the other day where like literally Chelsea didn't want him at all, and Lamar Bogard.
Yeah.
Oh no, no. Let me see if we get him now. I can't find him. I literally cannot find. I think it's Winston Bogard.
Okay.
Is that even him? It might be him. He played 4 years at Chelsea. Yeah, and he was on a high wage, and they were like, "Yeah, we don't want to play you no more. Like, we don't need you."
But refused to leave.
But he was like, "Yeah, I'm not leaving anyways."
I feel like Chelsea get stuck with a lot of that because the amount of players that have been signed on these mad contracts. I kind of feel like, who's the new player anymore? Who was the guy with good potential? You just don't know because they've signed that many players. Like, they could have a lot of these players that you just sit on there. They could be like, "Well, you chose to come and get me, and now you're not playing. That's not my fault. That's your fault."
And that was his whole point. I think his whole point was like, "Yo, like, you can't just do that. You can't just do that. Like, bro." They did the most, but they pleaded with him. They begged him, bro. They did like, they even tried to give him. They just tried to pay him off. He's like, "Nah, it's alright, bro."
Yeah, because there's so much more. 10 million. So much more than just behind. Like I said, you're asking a player to leave somewhere where they are, they're comfortable, ship up their life, pack it up, which is all part of the football game. We get that, and then come to play for your club, and after a year, you just go, "Nah, it's not working for us. You come and got me."
There we go. Look, so during this spell at Stamford Bridge, they tried to sell him because he had a large salary.
Yeah.
And so they demoted him to the reserves teams and then down to the youth team to pressure him to leave. And he said, "Why am I going to throw 15 million euros away when it's already mine?"
If that was me, I'd be stubborn as well. I'd be like, nah. I'd be like, I will sit here. I will sit here and I will just keep taking your money.
And that's the bro. He came into work. He clocked in on time every day, bro. Like,
Chelsea were looking at every single way to get him fired. Every single way, waiting for him to be like 1 minute late.
Imagine bro, literally at this point, like looking out the window, like
sat in the car park in the car.
Holidays, can't do nothing, bro. Like, it was crazy, but like, obviously his whole side is like, look, he grew up obviously in poverty.
Yeah.
And obviously this is 15 million that they agreed to. I wouldn't walk away for 15 million.
No, because he's looking at, I might be able to get that money ever again anywhere else or anything like that. So he's looking at that money thinking, I need this as much as anyone else. So
hopefully we don't have a Bogart situation with Sancho.
Hopefully not.
Hopefully we can just get Sancho. I like Sancho. I am a Sancho fan. I just feel like he just needs a change of scenery where it's going to work for him. Obviously Chelsea wanted to keep him.
Yeah. But not going to
pay that. No one's
daft enough to pay that wages. We're just unfortunate. We were daft enough to give him the wage in the first place. That's the issue.
And you know what is the issue is because we gave him that much. Now he must be under this illusion that anywhere I go, that's how much I'm going to get.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So I think what's going to happen now, he's going to go to the Saudi League.
They're the only clubs that can pretty much afford him.
Yeah, the only team that can afford him and actually give into his delusion.
I'd just, if I was United, like, don't have to give me any money. Just do like a £5 fee or something. Just take him away.
Yeah, just let him go. Just let him go for free, because we are losing money again. But if Gyökeres do come in, I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
Garnacho, on the other hand,
stuff on him. I don't want to see him go. I think he's a good player somewhere, but the attitude is there's not much you can really change about. If he's not willing to change, that's how he acts. Then there's not much. One players that are coming here to play for us, not because it was like I seen a statement the other day from the Europa League final or something. So that came out. It's like, look at the difference between these two players. You had Brennan Johnson, look like he's not had a haircut or a shave in so long because he's committed to making the team better. You got Garnacho rocked up to the final, fresh trim, fresh bleach blonde hair and all that. And it's like, you don't give a shit. You're just there for your own like. And I get people there for their own game. It's football. I get that.
Yeah, but he did play. He did have a massive impact on the build up on getting to the finals.
Oh, he did 100%
to the finals, and then probably get told, "Yeah, look, mate, you're on the bench.
Yeah,
you're only going to play 20 minutes.
Yeah,
and then when we lose, the blame is shifted onto you as well. It's
not really fair. Like the players who just kind of like just then go in a mood or kind of become a bit like childish with the whole situation. Just kind of like accept it, like, right, I've not been chosen today. There's something I've got to be doing wrong here.
Yeah.
Not just because I scored a good goal or I created a good assist in the last game. There's got to be something you're not doing beyond that. In training, maybe your attitude towards training. We don't get to see that behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah, that's
what I mean.
See that because I think that was the issue with Rashford. He wasn't a good trainer.
No,
wasn't good at training. Well, he must have been good at training, but when Ruben come in, I feel like that's what got him shifted out the door.
Yeah.
Even when we needed the likes of Rashford in these dire moments towards the end of the season, I think we did need Rashford.
Yeah, you need superstars in teams, but you need players that are also the ones that like kind of they're committed to the team, they work hard, they train hard. Do you know what I mean? Rather than the ones that just think they're better than everyone else.
Yeah, and there's a few things I don't understand about how transfers work. Like, we got Leroy Sané, who's available on the free, looking like he's going to Galatasaray.
That's a done deal, like from what I've seen.
Yeah, but like, why though? Like,
he's 29 years old. I don't get that.
No, 29 years old, bro. That's like the peak now. Do you know what I mean? Like, the ages have changed of when you peak.
Yeah,
he's not slowed down one bit. He's had a good season with Bayern Munich. Do you know what I mean? Why is he going Galatasaray? Why is it only Galatasaray that are getting him?
Like, again, it must be some reason to do with some. I don't really know, because like I say, a player like that shouldn't.
I don't get it, because even this Victor Osimhen, why did he go Galatasaray? Why are these guys not in the Premier League? If we're the best league in the world, why are we not attracting these players? I know Sané's already been in the Premier League, but surely he should be coming back. Obviously, he was offered to Spurs and Arsenal, I think. And Arsenal, they need someone like Sané.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's better than Martinelli with the Croydon shuffle every week.
Definitely good. I think, like I say, I'm surprised Tottenham didn't go for him, to be honest with you. It's a player that they would desperately need, especially Champions League football.
Don't even talk to me about Tottenham. Tottenham literally brought in a manager who won them their first silverware in how many years, and still sacked him. And then it turns out that Daniel Levy, never wanted him in the first place. Had to be convinced about him.
Do you know what's the craziest thing, which I think's so tight what they've done to him? They let him give that speech at the
oh yeah, they shouldn't have done that. Yeah,
and he said, like, what is it? Oh, season 3 is always better than season 2.
Better than season 2. Yay! That's such a,
it's like, see you later, mate.
Such an Aussie thing to say.
Yeah.
But again, Thomas Frank's gonna come in. He's got 18 months. He's probably gonna get sacked. I don't see him staying long.
That job at Spurs is just as bad as the one at United. Like, you don't really get much time to kind of do anything. It's kind of like you're in the door and what a few bad results, and you're already on the chopping block, and it's just like,
yeah, it's just you come in. Here's your money. Get results now.
Yeah.
If you don't walk out, we'll just find someone else.
Yeah.
But these things happen.
Because everyone wants it to be like the Arne Slot thing, like it's coming this season, won the league straight away. Everyone wants that, but it doesn't always work that way.
Nah.
Unfortunately.
Klopp actually left a good team.
Yeah.
Turns out. Yeah. I think we've got to. I think we've rambled on enough today.
We have, yeah. This could have gone even longer, but I feel like, 100%. Got so much more to cover over the next few weeks.
Yeah, man. Got the Club World Cup as well, man. So I'm looking forward to covering that as well.
Hopefully, until we do obviously record next week. Hopefully, there's been some upsets that we can kind of dive into. That'd be quite nice. There we
go. Exactly. So, yeah, man. I've been Eldris Tiller,
Mason Fox,
and that's Not Fit for Sports. Catch us next week.
Peace
out.